Hey crew, welcome back to Delta+Juliet. Have you ever thought about just getting out in the middle of the work week, going camping or running a few trails? Well, we recently got a chance to camp with a friend and follower of ours who has built out his Tacoma second gen for long haul trips and working remote. And he let us do a full walk around and tour of his rig. So, if you like that kind of stuff, stick around. Speaking of which, here in a few weeks, we're dropping a walk around of the Queen Anne's Revenge because it's been updated a lot, and I don't know if we've ever given you a full tour of this bad boy. So, I figured it's about time. So, if you want to see that, give us a like and subscribe, and hit the notifications. Just follow along. Alright, let's get into this rig.
Cool. Yeah, so Overland Vehicle Systems, OVS, XD Sherpa with the 270 awning, and then walls 1 and 2. I don't have 3 and 4 because it's small enough that I don't really think I absolutely need it. But of course, chairs. This is Lava Box based out of Denver. Just
Nice.
a little fire pit, repurposed ammo box. Like to support the locals, best I can. And then I carry 2 propane tanks, so I have the 10 pound for that fire pit, and then got a 5 pound up here that I use for
I want one
cooking.
of those mounts so bad.
And then I just drilled some holes in the side here to mount this, so I can travel down the road with the 10 pound. Having the rack, there's a lot of things that I've put in here. These bags that are along the side are actually intended for off OHVs or side by sides. And it pretty much just has like utility stuff like headlamps, extra batteries, ratchet straps, dog toys of all things, gloves.
What rack is this?
Bug spray. This is made by Body Armor.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
And so the Body Armor rack is, like I said, it's a little shorter than the cab, so I don't have the option of being able to go, I would love a wedge. I think a wedge would be really cool. The only thing with a wedge, I'd need one that had a side access, a ladder on the side, because I do everything from here. This is my table, this is my workstation.
Yeah.
So having a ladder in the back wouldn't suit my lifestyle at least. But
I think Free Spirit does that, where they have ladder hookup, ladder hookup, ladder hookup.
I think it'd be fantastic if it was even an option, which it's not. But if it was an option, I'd certainly do my research to get the right one.
Yeah.
And then you see a bunch of stuff, like here. So these Velcro straps actually hold a bag, and let me show you what that's for. This bar down here is a hammock stand, and so I can show you around the outside if you're interested. But the bars come up about 4 feet on each side here, and then I can just hang a hammock right here. And the awning is what it is, but I wish it was a little bit bigger because when I'm hanging here in the hammock, of course, I try to lay with my head on this side, but my feet are out in the sun over here. But cool little hammock stand, don't require trees, and call me just enough of an environmentalist that not hanging hammocks from every tree I see is probably a good thing. The other thing that I think is kind of cool is you can buy these off Amazon. It's just a desk mount trash bag holder. Obviously, I need to replace it. Sorry, or change the bag. I've been here for a few days, but anyway, just mounts to the side, and then when I go down the road, this just pops off like that. Sorry, we'll clean that up, but I just leave that mounted there, and then I just mount these up on the top.
That's actually really cool.
Yep, super convenient little trash thing. Of course, medicals over there. That bag over there has all my little jump start packs, and just car stuff. I'm in the market. I want to get a kinetic rope just for recovery purposes, but I've got a cordless drill with battery, charger, all that. Full EMT grade medical kit. So if you do something with your toe or whatever, you can fix that. Little propane or a fire extinguisher. And then the rack's also super cool. I have a broom up there. I've got a machete mounted up here, and then there's an axe that I have currently unmounted. But yeah, there's the broom. Anyway, there's an axe that I mount up over there. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's the gray bag there is a very small but very effective air compressor, so I can air down when I go down dirt roads. I don't do a whole lot of off-roading here, but even just driving down gravel roads, airing down to say 20 psi is a game changer. And so in the front, I've got little I don't know what you call it, pre-calibrated air release valves. The pack of 4. Screw it on the air valve, set it in my example, set it to 20 psi. Screw it on all 4 and just wait a couple minutes for it to go for air down to 20. When you're done with the ride, just the air compressor there just connects up to the battery and pump up your tires. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's not hard mounted, but it's
amazing. We bought a bagged one as well.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of had like this idea. I wanted to like mount it in the hood or whatever, but then we met a guy who had one in his bag. He's like, "Yeah, but with this, I don't have to drive. If I'm the only one with an air compressor, I have to drive to every vehicle in line who's with me if they don't have one.
Takes time.
This way, I just hook it up to the battery, take it off, carry it to the next person."
And I think it's fantastic.
It works amazing, yeah.
It gets hot, so I think after maybe 1 or 2 vehicles, you could probably get away with doing 2 vehicles, and then you'd have to take a little break, just to let it cool off.
Oh, yeah, the thing gets so hot.
It gets really hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so of course the awning, and then you can just hang stuff. So I got speaker and light and everything, and then these are just the cliche little LED lights that roll up. We've all seen them on Amazon, and
hey, whatever works.
Yeah, they work.
The cheapest thing that works is usually the best thing.
Best thing.
And this is an amazing. I love this setup. Like it's cozy.
I want to show you over here. So something else that I'm really proud of is my water system. So I talked earlier about the hammock. So these are the poles. Just stick those poles, bang bang, and your hammock hanging. Anyway, but I've never really been on a trip that I needed gasoline. But of course, I've got Rotopax mounts. And these are the extenders. So I do have the extender, so I could, basically double up if I wanted to. I'm not going to right now, but I could double this up and put a second one on there if I wanted to add like fuel or whatever you need.
Yeah.
But otherwise, 2 Rotopax when I go down the road. And then what I did, so I bought this Rotopax, and if you want to come over here, you can buy these little vent valves. So I just drilled a little hole here, put a vent valve in it.
I need that for my gas.
And then I went to Ace Hardware and played Legos for 20 minutes. Little plastic spigot, this little piece of plastic. You can modify this white piece of plastic with a cordless drill and some drill bits to make it work. But long story short, so this is not only for like dog water and my water, but having the spigot with this little, ironically, it's for filling balloons or sticking a small diameter hose, but I can turn the flow rate down really low, and this is my toiletries. Brush my teeth right here,
dude.
So just hang my toiletries and brush my teeth, do whatever I need to right here with the low flow rate.
You have inspired something for me.
I love it, man.
Like, how much does one of these things hold, or like how long does it last if you're really using it like a week-long trip-ish? How much do you have to fill up?
I would say for me plus my dog, it's about 1 gallon per 2 days is what we use.
Okay.
And that's being conservative. Like what I mean by conservative, like your
is it water. Drinking as well, or is that utility water?
Drinking, utility, everything. Okay. 1 gallon per 2 days. I bring 4 gallons. I've been here since Monday, being very conservative because I knew a lot of people were coming and I didn't really know what our water and all that. Yeah. If you have a campfire, you're going to use way more water drowning out your fire. But I can milk it and get 1 to 2 days out of a gallon. These are 2 gallons, so I've got 4 I haven't even touched this one yet, but this is just the single one. But anyway,
Nice.
bring 4 gallons. So rough math, I could probably make it 8 to 10 days
Okay.
if I take care of it and don't
Yeah.
abuse my water.
With the 2 Rotopacks that you have?
With the 2 Rotopacks, yep.
Okay.
8 to 10
Which,
days.
speaking of doggy, where is...
Check it out, viewers.
There she is.
See one there, one there. Yeah.
Which the Instagram namesake, Ryan the Lion.
Yep. Right, Lioness.
Lioness, yeah.
She's my baby girl. She knows it too. Arctic coolers. Arctic coolers are impressive. They are, dare I say, rebranded Yetis. They perform very
There's
similar to Yeti.
So much stuff that performs similar. Because how much can you actually do with a cooler?
So if you want to take a look, I came up here Monday.
Wait, you still have ice in there?
And it's Saturday, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So this is day 6. And I still have ice. It's full of water, of course, and it's better to keep water in there because the water is going to stay colder than the air that occupies the empty space between your food. So I keep water in there, even though it's everything that's subject to water, like cardboard, is going to get soaked, which the game you play, we're camping. And then I want to show off this tent because I'm super...
Oh yeah, new tent.
This is my new tent. This is only the 3rd time I've had it out, but I've spent probably 20 nights in it. Overland Vehicle Systems XD Sherpa up there. So they call it a hybrid, hard shell, soft shell. And the reason they call it hybrid is if you pull it up. So this is the bottom, but when it folds up, I still have rack.
Oh.
So imagine this folded up for solar panels, for bike racks, for whatever you want. The only thing to keep in mind is the more stuff you add, when you go to fold it up,
the heavier it gets. Yeah.
So something just to keep in mind. I don't expect you to see it on camera, but in the back corner, there's a zipper for heater AC ducting. So, yep. So you can put a diesel heater or AC in the bed of the truck and then just run the duct super conveniently right there.
Nice.
Another thing that's super important. Well, one of the reasons I was really sold on this tent is it's blackout on the inside.
Oh.
So when I wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning,
you mind if I
go for it? It's all yours.
All right, I'm stealing it.
When I wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning,
Dang.
It's pitch black, and I open up the window to sunlight, and I go blind.
Yeah.
And then it also it ships with the LED light strip in the back, so it's just a USB-A port. So I just I already had it, but you can buy
Is that a memory foam mattress?
It is. Yep.
Oh, and it comes with it?
Correct.
What?
Also, it comes with a 4-season liner. So if you look, probably the easiest way to see it, along the light bar in the back, you see those loops hanging down? You can kind of see 3 of them. There's a total of 5 there, and there's 5 on the bridge. There's a thermal liner that you can hang on the inside.
That is amazing.
And it ships with that as well.
What?
It comes when you buy.
It's not even extra?
Correct.
Suck it, iCamper.
Also, I don't agree with the design on where this is. But this is a shoe bag.
Honestly, I would kind of rather have it there than having to lean over just to put my shit in it.
Yep.
I kind of like that.
So it's pretty cool having a shoe bag there. This is a very small thing, but I want to point this out. Another thing that's really cool about this tent. So in the morning, you wake up and you're sitting here. See this little tiny 2-inch ledge right here? It's a very tiny little ledge, but for getting down your ladder,
oh man,
having those 2 inches right there is a game changer.
Yeah. I can't tell you how many times I've been terrified of just falling flat on my face.
Yeah.
Which I did once after I had a foot surgery. I had this big old boot on.
Yeah.
Tried to climb out and just boom. Thankfully, we were not that high as we are now, which there's the new setup. We'll go around that at some point. But
I love it. I love it. And then, so the other thing to point out, solar. I do have solar. This one's folded up right now. I've got 2 200-watt solar panels by Renogy. I want to say they're fantastic, but with 2 solar panels hooked up in series, which is the most energy efficient way to do it, the most I've ever seen is like 270 watts. It's a 400 watt capacity, but I've only ever seen 270, 280 maybe. And we're talking sun, high noon, hot as heck outside. So do I recommend them? They work, but
Yeah.
you know. But anyways, so what they're powering, I'll talk about Starlink in a second, but I want to show you what they're actually powering. Let me get the twisted T's out of the way. I'll let you get in there, but if you want to step around.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good, man. So Blue Eddy, I will support Blue Eddy until the day I pass away. So this is the 200 V2 AC 200 V2, I believe. I forget the exact model, but you can find it. This is 2,000 watt hours. I'm at 84%. I was at 0 2 days ago, so the Renogees are doing a great job.
Are those slaved
So
or chained or whatever the term is now?
yeah, let me lift my shoe. So there's another one down there. But let me tell my story.
Okay.
I bought this EB3A. It's called. It's a 268 watt hour, and it's fantastic. It has an inverter, or AC inverter, and it has I think max 600 or 800 watt output, so you can do, a lot of high powered stuff like hair dryers if you need to.
Dang.
So that's fantastic. But it was too small.
Mm.
So I bought the B80. This one conveniently is written on the front. But anyway, so I bought the B80. The B80 is a slave to that. But the bummer part, and if I could go back and repurchase all this, I'd do it differently. But how I currently have it. So this is just a DC charge cord. So all this is a battery. It has some USB and it has, of course, 12-volt cigarette. But if I plug this into here, all it is just DC charging. So it's not really slaving. It's just charging that from discharging this,
Okay. Cool.
So that was cool and
So
all.
it just keeps it from going all the way down.
Until this goes all the way down. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Now some time passed and I was slugging around this and this at the same time. That was running out super fast and I was bummed about having to keep recharging it. So I invested in the AC 200 V2, I think it's called. It's one of the most kick-ass. I love this thing. It's in my opinion, one of the most kick-ass overlanding batteries. The only thing is it does not have slaving. You cannot, the only way to charge it is through, this is the DC port. Right now it's connected to solar. I've also got, this is coming from my cigarette lighter in my truck. So when I drive down the road, of course, solar's not plugged in. Driving down the road, I plug this cable in and now it's charging off my cigarette lighter off the alternator. So I'm always charging either from my truck or solar. So I haven't needed to slave it off of anything, but what you can do, the cable's behind you. I'm not going to pull it out, but remember, this is a battery.
Mhm.
This cable, it's a different plug. I've got an adapter that goes from whatever, I forget, this is like a 5.4 millimeter, whatever. I've got a cable that basically converts from this plug to this plug. And now I take the B80 on the top here and I plug it into there. And now I'm charging this unit from this unit. Whatever you need.
So as an engineer,
yes, sir.
What would you say is the biggest, is there a difference or I guess a bonus to having a power station over a battery?
I've really considered converting this entire truck to 12-volt battery and then installing a AC inverter. My thing is that no matter how many batteries you put in, 12-volt batteries, I'm talking like deep cycle RV batteries.
Hey, we got one of those in the truck.
This capacity is still greater and more versatile than a battery.
Okay.
So just to give you an example, I do work from home up here. Well, work remotely, if you will. If I want to set up my laptop out there, all I have to do is I'll take the little guy, the EB3A, I'll pull that out there, and now I can work sitting at the campsite.
That's cool.
If I have a hardwired battery in my truck, I have to figure out a way to get that power out there,
Nice.
And not the end of the world, but for me, this is much more applicable to my camping style and much more versatile, and so I freaking love it. Just since I'm staring at it. Baofeng radios, they are ham capable, so if you have a ham radio license, you can use these on ham frequencies. I just have the GMRF or
GMRS. Yeah.
GMRS.
So do we.
So I do have a GMRS license, so I've got all the frequencies programmed in here. There's one, well, anyway, there's one in my truck, and then this is a second one for whoever my recipient is, whoever wants to
Nice.
see it. And I guess maybe the final thing, you'll see 2 Starlinks up here. It's freaking, oh my goodness, the story behind this. I forget, is it Gen 2 or Gen 3? I forget what this is, with the actual, cell modem. I've had this for 2 years, and I'm sorry, not cell modem, the standalone modem. It's actually in the back of the truck. We can look at it later if you want. But so Gen 2, Gen 3, whatever it is, I had this for the longest time, but it requires AC, so it runs on AC power. The Blue Eddy inverters that we just looked at, they're not very efficient on AC. So what I mean by that is, if you're told so that the AC 200 V2 is 2,000 watt hours, so being a nerd, 2,000 and this draws 100, I should get 20 hours. Like it's a 200, whatever.
That's what my brain thinks.
That's not the case. It's not that efficient.
So that's not how that actually works.
It's
Or
way.
Is it supposed to be how it works, or is it not actually how it works?
It's the way the math works. But going from a DC, so it's like the batteries are DC, it goes to the inverters to become AC. That requires energy to convert it from DC to AC. And that energy conversion is not as efficient as we would like to think it is.
Okay.
So this drained my batteries so much so that if I didn't have solar set up and the sun wasn't shining, I'd go to 0% battery too often. I'll put it that way. So Starlink Mini came out. Starlink Mini at the beginning was like $600 or $700, even $800 maybe when it first came out. And so I held off. I didn't want to do it. And finally, when you find the correct deal, I got it for $300. So
what?
So I got the Starlink, and you just have to catch it at the right time. But Starlink Mini was $300, so I bought it. On this particular camping trip, the reason I have 2 of them up is because the original one, I still had 50 gigabytes of data left on it. And so I used this one until the 50 gigabytes were gone, and then I transitioned to this one. The only reason this one's even on the roof is because I didn't want to pack it up. I'll put it that way. Okay. But Starlink Mini is 100% the way to go. If you can find a deal for $300 or less, 100% recommend it.
So how does paying for internet with those things go? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, of course. I'd love to talk about it. Yeah. My phone.
Because we have a few people that have asked us if we have Starlink or how it works. We're like, we have no fucking idea. I'm an idiot when it comes to it.
So I'll show you on the screen. Just it'd probably help understand. So you sign up for a internet service, or a package.
Does it have its own internet service? I'm guessing with Elon Musk, there's definitely his own proprietary, or is it you can slave to any or link to any?
No, it's theirs. Okay. You can't slave or link. Yep. So of course in the app there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can monitor, whatever. I don't care. What I do want to show is a subscription. So you can see the Roam Standard. That's the bigger satellite dish. It says pausing in 30 days or on June 30th, and it's the 29th or 28th today. So that's why I'm using it. It says I've used 25 gigabytes. It comes with the 50. You see the Roam 50 gigabyte plan.
Mm-hmm.
I've paused that plan because I don't plan on using that one. I plan on using the Mini. So if I come back to my Roam Mini, take a look. It says 43 gigabytes, and it will restore at the end of the month. It's based on a calendar month. So at the end of this month, so until June, how many days in June? 31, I think. So I have 3 more days. And the plan is this Roam 50 gigabytes. So how it works is this plan, I get 50 gigabytes of service. And that 50 gigabytes is good from the beginning of the month to the end of the month. If you exceed that 50 gigabytes, they charge $1 per gigabyte over. So you get an overage fee of $1 per gigabyte. But what I do have to say is if you add those 2 numbers together, 43 plus 28, whatever that was, that's about 70 gigabytes, and that's 100% working remote. So if I only have a 50 gigabyte plan and I've used 70 or 80, that means I would have paid an additional $25 or $30 on my plan if I did the $1 overage,
Hmm.
which is why I have both of them, because I don't want to pay the $100 or the $1 overage. So
Yeah.
I figured just exhaust both of them. And but that's the best plan. Get Starlink Mini, do the Roam package for 50 gigabytes. And then if you go over the 50 gigabytes, it's just $1 per gigabyte. That's the best plan they offer. The other thing that's nice about the Roam Mini, I'm sorry, what they call it, Roam Mini, whatever. The Mini is you can use it on the road. So you don't have to necessarily look at it, but
Wait, you can be moving and use it?
correct. So on the big
So-
one, you cannot. On the Mini, you can. So I can go down the road on these roads where there's zero service out here and get 100% self.
So you and Juliet are gonna have to nerd out about this because
do it.
I'm the kind of nerd that's not useful. I just like Batman.
Yeah, I mean, you're documenting it, so heck yeah, man, I love it. But you know, I talked earlier about how this is like a, when it folds up, you have the rack and stuff underneath there,
Mhm.
but it's also aluminum, so not magnetic.
That's
But
cool.
I do have steel plates under there that, so this is magnet. I don't know if I can show on camera, dude. These are like,
That looks hard to get off.
it's, oh, and this,
That's kind of cool.
yeah. So I mean, it's,
And by hard to get off, I mean it's a good thing.
yes. So right now it's here because it just so happens Starlink in Colorado is northwest, and this is relatively pointed northwest. But it can be, it can access satellites, whether they're northeast, southwest, it doesn't matter. But what I do is I take it off of here and I mount it, again, once the tent's folded up, mount it on the tent, and all I have is this little DC cable that runs over to the,
That's cool.
well, it's, instead of this way, it's that way, really. The last thing also is WeBoost. You know about WeBoost?
Yes, I've been looking at that for years.
So
I've just never pulled the trigger.
I do have the antenna there, and then I also bought, it's in that bag that's in my truck, but I also have 3 16-inch extensions. So the big thing with WeBoost is you have to have a little bit of service for it to even function at all. And when I look at my phone right now, I get no service.
Mm.
So WeBoost is, I don't, it, you could put it in the sky and it's not going to work. But
Yeah.
anyway, so right now, if I was in an area that had a little bit of service, you want to get it above the tent. And so that's why I bought those extension poles, so I can take that antenna and you know, put it up there 24
Okay.
inches higher than the tent. But when I go down the road, I just leave it like that, because the tent, when it folds up, now the antenna's above the tent. You get the point. And
Yeah.
that is, everybody has their own way of mounting it, but it's just right here in the middle between the seats and the back. There's a little red box that's a little red heat sink looking thing in the corner there. And
Oh yeah.
yep. So that's the WeBoost, and that's it's not plugged in right now, but anyway, it's a cable right here, and you just plug it in, and so cell phone booster plus Starlink. I got service.
Nice. So I do have to say, I absolutely love second gens.
Dude,
Like
I love it too, yeah.
their profile is just classic Tacoma,
Yes, sir.
and this color is, yeah.
What's funny is I kind of wanted the silver,
No, this looks amazing.
but you'll see I bought this truck. I busted this out. This is all loose, but I don't care. You know, with all due respect, it's a truck that I intended to
it's a workhorse.
take out there. and
Yeah.
do it. I want to get a new bumper. You know, this is just a bolt-on. There's no structural integrity other than this.
Oh, the 9 lights. I love them.
Yeah, you know,
For what they are, they're amazing.
they are.
I have some 9 lights on mine, and they're
I'm just
like
waiting
those,
for the rock to go through them, and then
those amber rear lights are 9 lights.
that's so cool, dude. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I like the look, I really want to get these lights. I don't know, they have a name, but
Ditch lights.
ditch lights.
Yeah.
But I just don't drive in the night, and I'd be buying them because I want to look cool. You know, otherwise,
Yeah, that
I have no purpose for them.
Yeah, back in Virginia, we ran trails at night to get to a campsite we liked because it was far enough away. But since we moved here, we haven't used them at all.
So yeah,
Because you can get to any spot you want to camp at within a day in Colorado.
yeah.
Which we have not done official trails yet. We want to try it
Let's do
so hard. Which I love that people are like, dude, fucking come with us. because that's just what we do. That's why I love overlanding. Is people are just like, you know what? I want to meet you.
I want to show off our rigs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you guys are headed home tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Would you be interested in doing a trail tomorrow? It's probably a 2 out of 10. It's easy, but it's a very gorgeous trail.
I definitely would.
I'm not going to. I mean, I'll be a passenger, or, you know, advise you where to go, but I'm not going to do it because
Right. Yeah.
pack up and
yeah.
you know the story.
When are
But
you leaving?
on your way out, it's about a 1 hour trail. and
Okay.
I'd
Is
love
it
to
just a
show-
loop?
Yeah, exactly. It's called Chicken Park. So you can look on Onyx or Gaia GPS or whatever you use, and it's called Chicken Park, and it's only about probably 3-minute drive from here, and then the trail's about 1 hour, and it's cool.
Nice. Okay.
I'd love to show it off if you're
Yeah.
looking for. You said a real trail, like it's actually a real trail. It's just for our rigs, it's an easy trail.
Nice. Well, thanks, man. We
Yeah.
always love looking at rigs and just showing everything that everyone else has to offer. Because
I love it.
every time we look at a new rig, I learn something new that I would want to do.
Yeah, I love it.
So
And this is a product of experimentation and
Oh,
camping and
those are
finding
the
what
best rigs.
worked and
Like
didn't.
people that just buy the stuff and put it on it. Like, sure, that works, but I love the character of someone being like, look, I love what that company does, but I don't want to pay for it. How can I do that for myself?
Exactly. Well, I don't know if I pointed out, just real quick, 2 little closing comments. Bike rack on the side, so when it's folded up, this is where I mount my bike. You know, of course, this goes up tires, and then the one little petty thing I got, man, the hook. This is so when I'm standing at the back of the truck and I can't do this.
Oh,
the
yeah.
reach stuff. Just a telescoping hook so I can stand at the back of my truck, and
That's amazing.
so just little things, you know. Too many times I've been playing this little game of reaching in here and trying to figure it out. And so
I used to use
got a
our
hook.
little tent rods
Yeah.
that just hold up the awning for it.
When you see with this tent, like I don't have those tubes that you have because it has this.
Yeah, they just kind of fold out and do their thing.
That's huge for me, man. Working with those metal rods, you have to bend up there and stick them in the aluminum or whatever you got down here. That was a game changer, and this whole thing just so
Sweet.
it's
Well,
important to me, man. Awesome. All right, we can end now. I
thanks,
appreciate
buddy.
it, dude. Love you to death.
Yeah, it's so we met what, Overland Expo last year?
August of 24.
Yeah, and we've just sort of stayed in touch on social media, which is one of the good things you can do. And finally, we're able to do a camping trip together, and it's just been awesome. Like we've only been here for like 3 hours, and we're loving it.
I love it.
Like that's just what we want to do. All right, guys, if you've made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. It really helps us out. We're a small channel, and so would liking and subscribing. Oh, and we also have some merch dropping pretty soon. Our first bit ever. So we're just waiting to test it out to make sure it's good enough to send out to you guys. So stick around for that. And, you know, the usual spiel. If getting out and adventuring and exploring is how you reset, if it's how you recharge, and it is how you just make it through everyday life, you've found your crew. So always go out there. Always have fun and always adventure, because adventure is healing.